Hi there, this is Sal of Sal Special Solutions and SOS Classified News. Today I'm going to show you about working on one of these printers, the Aficio MP C5502. And what we're doing is we just got in a brand new PCU photoconductor unit, and I'm going to show you how to add the developer. The developer comes in these little packages, and what it is, it's very similar to toner, but it has a total different composition. And so these go bad every once in a while, everything from just wear and tear to the developer actually becoming lost through months and months of printing. So we'll start out by removing this plate here. There's a screw right there, and then there's a screw right there. I'll pause this, take it off, and just come back. Well, as you can see, I pulled it straight out. Comes straight out, no big deal. Piece of cake. 2 screws, and that's what you got left with. Okay, we'll pause it, and I'll turn it around. Well, actually, I can just go around and kind of show you the other side. This little bushing will have to be removed, but the next step we're going to go right back to is the same side, and those 2 screws need to come out next. Okay, so I got the 2 screws removed, and now I just get a little screwdriver, and you just want to work that in there and loosen this up, and it also comes straight out. Now just nice and easy. You don't want to break it. So let me pause it so I can get both hands on it. Okay, there it is. Comes out, no big deal. Put that with the other 2 screws. So now this side is basically loose. Now we gotta go work on the other side. And if you notice, I've got this little protective foam that came in the shipping packaging, which, by the way, come packaged very well. But you want to kind of just protect this drum. Any kind of scratches and even light is not advisable. So, okay. The next thing is right here. There is a C-clip, and you can see it right there. And you got to remove it, so you just kind of pry it in there with the little screwdriver tip or a pick. But just be careful, because it'll come flying out if you're not careful, and you'll lose it somewhere in the room. But, you know, it's a common part, so if you did lose it, you can find one. Let me pause this again, and I'll get that out. Okay, let me show you. I've got that clip just loose, and I'm just using a razor blade. That's what I use this time, and pop right out. Just be careful. Like I said, that sucker will fly out the room, and it'll be gone, and you won't be able to find it. And maybe you can, who knows. But that's the big thing. But the next thing is to pry this little bushing out, and you just get either your knife, razor blade like this, and just wiggle it until you get it loosened up, and you can see it coming out. That's it. She's loose. So let me put these off to the side over here as well. And the next part is to remove this whole section. And this piece of cake, it really isn't much to it. You pry it out, but before I totally get all the way disconnected and move, because you're just sliding it to one side, but the one connection that you got to take off before you pull it out completely is this little wiring plug right there. Let me pause it for a second so I get my hands on there. Okay, so I got that little wiring harness and that plug taken out, and basically this half just slides out and forward, and that's it. You've got that removed. Put this part off to the side for now. And this is the next section we got to work on. This is the chamber section of the PCU that holds the developer, and it goes right inside in this whole area. So we have to pry up here, here, and here in order to remove this cover. So it's a little hard to do with one hand and hold the, but anyway, I've got my helper here that's going to hold the camera and watch as I get this done. So that's that there, and then that one, and that one is basically up. I got that jammed in there just a little bit, and she's loose. Now just gotta wiggle this out. Now the developer goes right in here where this screw is, and so you just get your developer, shake all the contents down to the bottom. They even give you a little cutting area where to cut it, so you have basically a little funnel shape. And you want to be pretty careful with this because it will get messy. And just go in here, pour it in nice and slow. Sorry, I had to pause you for a second, but anyway, now continue pouring this developer in the second half of the screw, because you're using this whole packet. Okay, that's it. As you can see, I mentioned that the developer is definitely different than the toner, because see how it is magnetically attracted to this? That is the key. There is actually metal inside here, and so then I just kind of spread it out a little bit, and eventually it's going to level itself out nice and neat in here. Things, get this all put back together. There's two little tabs where this cover goes back into, one right there and one on the other opposite side, which is right there. And they do take a little bit of finagling to get them in, because you do got to get it up at an angle, and then it'll twist in. But you don't have to force it too hard, but it will go in smoothly once you get it. Make sure all the three clips are good. And now we go back to the main drum. So here we go. Connector goes to the connector side right there. coming together nicely. Come on this side. So everything is basically falling back into place. It's all pretty much self-explanatory. So if you've worked on cars, then this isn't all that bad. The printer dealers, they charge a lot of money to do this kind of stuff. Usually upwards of $300 an hour. And so I've had to learn how to do a lot of this myself in order to save some money, because it does require, these older printers do require maintenance that, you know, it's very expensive. And then we take our connector and plug it back in. Then tuck that up just a little bit in there, get it so that it fits in there nicely. Make sure the connector is in all the way. See, it's in. Again, protect your drum. Rotate it back to the other side. And as you can see, this bushing does have a little flat side on it. And that actually goes towards the bottom, because it will only fit one way. And then the fun part is getting the little C-clip back in here. And usually I just line it up like that and gently but firmly try to get that to go in. Oh, it popped off. Pause. Okay, so anyway, that stupid thing took off on me, and they like doing that. So I had to get another one from one of my spares. Okay, it looks like it's in there. Okay, you can see on this side now, I just had to finagle it the rest of the way into its little, but there it is, she's in there nice now. Okay, so that's basically it. Now I already removed the other PCU, so now I got to put this part on. This is the final part. And as soon as this is done, she's ready to go back into the printer. Just 2 screws. And that hole seems to be just a little bit stripped. That one went in tight. But this one, it's a little stripped. So hopefully it doesn't give me any trouble. If it is, I might have to adapt it with a slightly bigger screw just to get a little tighter fit, or put a little glue in it. This is where this goes, right back in here. And it just folds down. This folds back up. That goes down. This one goes there. This is just to keep that bar down doesn't have to be there, but we'll put it back there. And we'll turn it on. Okay, so we finished putting that new drum in there, the new PCU. I'm going to hit reset, hold it for a second, then punch in 107, hold the button, and that brings us into the special systems. And so we go right into systems, and the next thing we want to go is to process, which is this 3000 series. And then we want to go to what's called the T sensor and this 3013. And since we changed out the cyan, that's C. And we hit execute. And it takes a little bit. Sometimes it's about a minute. And what it's doing is it's circulating and rotating those little feeder rollers, that little corkscrew inside the PCU to distribute the developer powder within the PCU. You can pause this for a sec. Okay, so that was just about a minute, and so it says complete, and you can exit. And basically you're all done. You can go exit and then come back to the printer system, and in here, let's see, test page on the very first service mode, and you can do a color pattern, execute, and that should print a test page. Okay, there is the color pattern, and we were having trouble with the black originally. We bought a new PCU for it, and it came out really good, but then the cyan was acting up and giving us a lot of trouble. And now, as you can see, cyan looks fantastic. I think we've done a successful refurbishment, replacement of that part. And on behalf of SOS Classified News and Sal's Special Solutions, thank you for watching. Hit that thumbs up and follow for more videos as they come out. Okay? Thank you.